Hello there, everybody. This is 9117 Spore coming at you very early in the morning, 9:45 a.m. And yeah, I am back with the Japan series in Rule the Waves 2. So, yeah, this series. Thankfully I was able to get a session done last time, but right now we need to really plan for the future. So, First off, we have to pull the ships back. Actually, one thing I want to do right now is I want to go into the reserve force, and I actually, honestly, probably just want to disband everything. And that makes me so much more money per turn now. Look at that monthly balance. That is shot up. So we're kind of getting to the point where we're not going to need more aircraft carriers. Right now we're at 8 CVs. And with this, we're going to be at 11. And I think what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to start refitting some. Now, we do have a bunch of monthly balance. I'm going to leave it as normal for the turn. I'm only going to go to medium spying on France. And, yeah, I have some ship refits planned for the next few turns. I have some new ships I want to build planned, probably for the next year or so. But what we want to do is we want to focus on France. We want to try to take these colonies right here, as well as see if we can get Luganville, or New Hebrides, and New Caledonia, if possible. But, mostly focus on Vietnam, or French Vietnam. We did get Fort Bayard, which is good, which does kind of give us a lot of territories in here. And then after that, we want to focus on trying to make Formosa ours again. Because Britain kind of stole it from us, and that was very annoying. We also want to focus on getting Weihawei and taking back the Liaotung Peninsula from the British. Because, yeah, Britain kind of kicked our ass. And then it would be nice to take some stuff in Southeast Asia, like Singapore and Malaya. And I don't think Australia is conquerable at all. No. Value 15, you can't get that. Eastern Australia, you can. But yeah, no, a lot of, we want to fight Britain at the end of this. We might wind up needing to fight them sometime in the 50s. And the plan would be to use the carriers for defense, as well as having a lot of missile-armed ships, and then mostly using the battleships for offense. However, I don't have destroyers, so that might not help. We have to swarm out light cruisers to give us any sort of protection, and not having that escort swarm has not proven to work very well in the past. However, the new style of quote-unquote light cruiser we're going for, these things might help us a bit. But anyway, yeah, we're going to make 8,000. Let's actually just go to the next turn. Hey, it's 1950 now. I forgot that we needed that. Or that would happen. Okay, something needs to be on foreign station now. That is going to be you. And I was kind of worried about that. So, both of our older cruisers, Matsushima and Hashdate, are now on foreign station. Now we actually do have some money, though, and what we want to do with that money is immediately put it into improving the bases at the Bismarck Archipelago, as well as the Caroline Islands. We need these areas upgraded, and fast. And now that that money is put away, we can actually start spending it on upgrading stuff or designing new ships. So, one thing is, America has missile tech, as we saw last episode, and we need to make use of this. I think the first goal is to design a new light cruiser based around it. So I'm going to start with the Mutsuki design here, but its mass is going to increase. It's probably going to get 2 torpedo defense. We're probably going to aim at about 6,500. We want to still keep the centerline torpedo tube mounts. So we're going to add an X and a W, probably. Well, we're going to... Actually, you know what? I'll add a W and a V. For now. Actually, I'll delete the V and turn it into a Q. Maybe an L instead. Or C. I'm going to put it at a C. Yeah, I'll have it be a C. I'm gonna add I'm gonna re-add in the B super firing turret, and then I'm gonna add in an F and a K double turret, make them cross deck firing, and then switch the position of the torpedo tube launchers. So we're gonna put one on Q and one on V probably. Yeah. Maybe not one on Q. I'll move that one back up to P. So I have one on P and then one on V. And we can still have a funnel in the center. We're probably only going to go with one larger funnel for this ship once it's done. And we do need a catapult. So ideally that would be like X superimposed. Because these are going to be proper light cruisers, so we do want a couple air capacity on them just to make sure that they do actually properly scout stuff. I would say we could put the catapults in like these positions. Would that work? No, it won't. It won't work. Alright, so we need to put it in the X position, and we'll just kind of have it overhanging that turret. I'm going to get rid of that from W and maybe put it in R. I'll do W then. And we need to increase the tonnage even more. Okay, so these are kind of like CLAAs. Basically the design philosophy. They're probably expensive enough though that I should probably get rid of that. But I kind of need to keep it, it looks like. So these guys got to be reduced down to casemates like that. I think that's a better balance of anti-aircraft guns. Yeah, and these ones I will, you know, have a normal light cruiser name for. So let's delete the superstructure here entirely and see what we're working with. So delete the funnels, and we are gonna do 2 funnels, but we are gonna kind of place them in the middle. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stack them into one large funnel like that. Although, this is a little difficult to fit everything in on this ship. Because this is easy. This is easy to work out. But the centerline torpedo tubes are a little more difficult to work out how exactly they should look. Because I'm trying to jam everything on the center line. So let's make the ship look nicer. So we'll get rid of that catapult. And then we're going to increase it to this. We're going to get rid of the centerline tubes. We're going to have those side-mounted tubes. Can I increase them to quintuples? No, they can only be quads. You know what? No. Okay, I'm going to get rid of both B and X this time. So we'll start with 7,000 tons. We'll do F and K, double turret, cross deck fire. Then we can put the missile launchers in B and X. Maybe not X, maybe B and W. And then we have our catapult in X. Actually, no. Yeah, okay. We just have our catapult mounted on the turret then. That's fine. Air capacity of 2. Torpedo tubes. So we probably want one more in Q. Maybe more in V. If we want doubles, or we could just have the single set of torpedo tubes. Maybe we do D and E quads. Torpedo defense should be 2. Then it's just a new name. So it was the Tone class, or Tone. Although in this case, we are kind of looking at upgrading one of the little destroyer-sized cruisers into a missile one, and it's kind of struggling. I'm kind of struggling to come up with a way to do that. So let's say we go 5,000 tons instead. We don't have any anti-aircraft facilities on it. And we just put one there. So now we do have the heavier crowded centerline guns issue, but no, I'll just leave it. I'm gonna aim a little heavier. Would be nice. Would still be nice to get those extra torpedo defense. But no, maybe not. I'll go 5,200 tons. That should be good. So I am going to have to completely redraw this thing at this point. So now we have one missile launcher. There is some thought about reducing the number of guns for more missile launchers, but I think we do need these ships with a decent number of guns. The other... I want to check. Hey, Vulcan, how's it going? Oh, hey, America actually has 8-inch autoloaders. That'll be nice for later. I want to design a new heavy cruiser based around 8-inch autoloaders with missiles. So these are still kind of an evolution of the small cruiser. The cruiser which totally isn't a destroyer. So, they're probably still going to have destroyer names. Being that these are basically more missile destroyers than anything. Okay, that outline actually looks pretty good. Okay, structure 2 should probably... We're going to extend it forward from the 4 turret. And I'm actually going to just kind of bring it back here. I think it is fair to do kind of a special platform for the missile itself. So, you know what? I want to do... Ooh, I'd love to... Crazy how things got super large as tech advanced. Yeah. Part of me wants to do like a platform for the missiles. Carriers are now 100,000 tons. Not really in this game so far. Trying to figure out how best to do this, cause let's say I do this line down here, go there, go back, go up, go there, because I want... You know what? No. We do this, and then we'll have the other one as a second line sort of thing. So, this here will be the aft superstructure. Or at least kind of a visual representation of it. And part of this. So I want that to go back there. So now the single missile launcher on this ship is on a proper elevated platform. Okay. So structure 4 is going to be probably this little bit on top here. And then structure 5 will be our forward superstructure down here. then structure 6 can go on top of here, and then also be kind of this thing. Hey, Fallen Star, how's it going? I'm continuing this campaign. I'm actually probably going to continue it a little bit past 1955, the normal end of the game, just because I want to kill the British. I want payback. I want Formosa back. Alright, so in terms of names, I do have the list of Mutsuki-class destroyers pulled up here, which I am going to name this class after. Right now, the destroyers Mutsuki and Yayoi are named. The war game you were playing with the warplane type game was that? Oh, are you talking about War Thunder? Yeah, that was a while ago. War Thunder's kind of fun, but is not a game I recommend getting. It is... War Thunder is how you... Let me put it this way. War Thunder is like an addictive... No, not addictive. What's the term? It's like a toxic relationship with a really hot person, I think, is the best way to describe it. Don't ever get into it. Once you're in it, you're done. But yeah, that's how I describe that game. All right, so we have 10 left at this point to name these after: Kisaragi, Uzuki, and then all these ones down here. So now that we only have 10 left, it's actually very easy to do the whole calculator trick I had. Where I take some weird, massively large number, something odd, and then divide it by some other weird, massively large number. So in the order they appear on the sheet, or on the, in the order they appear on this, I will go down top to bottom, whichever one has two numbers, basically like in the decimal point, we will say in the decimal point, whichever one has like a two number, like 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6 7 7 8 8 9 9, and then 0 0. Actually, you know what? I'll do 0 0 at the start. 0 0 will be at the start, and then 1 1. So it's like two numbers in a row. So let's see. You know, past the decimal point here. So our first one is a 1 1. 1 1 would be the second one from the top, so that would be Uzuki. So this is the Uzuki class destroyer. Or cruiser. Yeah. It will cost some time to develop. Now, at the same time, so we still have the heavy cruisers. Oh yeah, we have pulled our ships back to Northeast Asia. They should probably be put into the reserve fleet. All of them we just pulled back to get even more money. But we are going to need to start seriously rebuilding ships here soon. So this is going to be our first rebuild, Fuso. And this isn't going to be a cheap rebuild. I normally don't do these sorts of rebuilds, but I think it's worth it here. And I did talk with some of the people in the Rule the Waves 2 Discord and figure out what is the best, or to figure out what's the best way to rebuild this ship. And I think the best way is going to be something like this. So you're going to have torpedoes on it, because I do like my torpedo battleships. We're going to have a missile launcher. And then we're going to increase the turret armor. There's some thought about knocking down the number of tertiary guns here. Possibly adding a second missile launcher if we can. So 2 missile launchers will really protect the ship. Yeah. invest all the rest of that into anti-aircraft guns. This is going to be a bit expensive, but it is going to be a pretty good rebuild, and hopefully should help out its turrets from being, or prevent its turrets from being penetrated as much, and make it a little bit more capable of a ship. And having those 2 medium SAMs is really going to help. So Fuso, you're going in for a massive, massive expensive rebuild here. Now, our oldest cruiser in fleet, like active fleet service right now, is at Kitsushima. And I do think it is time to give her a proper refit, which will involve replacing the machinery, taking her up to 28 knots initially, or that's going to be the initial consideration for this rebuild. She's going to be converted into an anti-aircraft cruiser. So I will clear the torpedo tube mounts for the moment. I'm going to leave the 5-inch guns as is. She only does need that one air capacity right now, although I'm probably going to change it to a Q turret. And then I'll get rid of her W gun. So one thought was to do some like forward superimposed single turret, and then we did 2 missile launchers. It is expensive. You're just lurking mode? Okay. I think I was thinking about refitting her down to 1 missile launcher then, and then increasing the main guns up to twins, like so. I'll put the 1 missile launcher in the X aft superimposed position. You know what? No, it's going to look better in the W, and it doesn't really matter. And then we want to get a torpedo tube, probably in like maybe the P position. Maybe R. Yeah, R position with reloads. So yeah, actually this has turned out to be a pretty good cruiser design, and I can rebuild it successfully to this. So this is going to cost a lot, but you know, we're getting a decent cruiser out of it. I guess this is kind of similar to those other destroyer things I'm building. Okay, so delete that structure, delete structure 3, structure 4 should stay, we'll delete structure 5, and we'll delete structure 6. Okay, so how do I want to do this? 'Cause I kind of want to stretch this back, so I'm going to start structure 2 there. Wait, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place structure 2 there. I'm going to get rid of structure 1. Use that to start structure 1 at about the same place. And then structure 1 is just going to be built back kind of along this deck of the ship. And then I'm probably actually going to close it here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take structure 2 and then rebuild this around here. So it should be noted that at Kitsushima here is, or at Kitsushima, Hashidate, Akashi, Hashidate, and Matsushima are, I believe, they're the only 3 light cruisers existing from prior to the British War. All the rest of our cruisers from that time period got destroyed, which is, you know, a damn shame. Okay, so structure 3 isn't in any place yet. Structure 4 does need to change, I suppose. And then honestly, structure 4 is probably just going to wind up ending about here now. The funnels are going to be rerouted into one large funnel back here. This is being refit in a US yard, so we have, yeah, electro-optical directors, as well as good old Good old missile launcher. Oh yeah, we should probably put more anti-aircraft guns on it. There we go. Now it has a good amount of AA. And yeah, will actually be something of a modern cruiser, although definitely more capable of serving alongside the small cruisers than the large ones. But you know, already this thing was kinda horrendously obsolete. Okay, so structure 3 should be... Wait, no, that's structure 2. That's structure 4 we just placed down. So structure 3, unfortunately, is going to have to be the one back here, I think. So... Gonna do a bit of a box, which honestly I just think is right. This'll be a box. Actually, you know what? We'll do a little bit of a wing to the box. And then structure 5 will be... You know what? Structure 5 should be the forward superstructure like this. Okay, come on. And then 6 would be... Oh, no, hold on. Let me restart that. That's good enough. So now this ship is being fully rebuilt into a proper cruiser. So we'll send her in for a rebuild. And yeah. Hopefully the design study for the Yuzuki will be completed soon. I know we're building a bunch of coastal fortifications right now. We do need to look at more possible locations to build airfields, though, because we're going to need a lot of those. And I'm going to start reserving a lot of the airfields once we get them built up. Yeah, but I don't think that there's too much else I need to do this turn in specific. So we're going to get 2 of the Mutsukis done soon. You know what? I'm going to send the Tsushimas in for a rebuild, because I'm wanting to build these as well. So they are going to get a machinery refit, 2 diesel, and their 6-inch guns are going to become dual-purpose auto-loading guns due to this refit. It is possible to get torpedo reloads on them, and I want to see if I can get a missile launcher on them, but it's going to be a little difficult. So they're probably going to lose 2 of their torpedo mounts there. No, L won't work. Q. We can just imagine that it's here. I'll put in an L. So the problem is it's close, but not quite. And that is despite removing torpedoes. So we might reduce the air capacity down to 1. I can't really get rid of those. I'm going to get rid of these 2 torpedo tubes then. Part of me wants to get quads on them. You know, I might delete the forward tube. No, we'll just do triples. To get the extra anti-aircraft guns on these ships. Although, you know what? Quads are tempting by reducing the dual-purpose 4-inch secondary battery. Although, hold on. What happens if I reduce this down to 0? It's so much more tempting to go at this level just to make sure that these things don't get hit. And if we're going to do a large upgrade, we might as well upgrade the secondary guns too. So I'll refit the... You know what? We'll send all of them in, or all the Tsushimas into a rebuild at the same time. Refitting, or giving them a missile, and, yeah, a lot of extra firepower, even if it'll take a while to actually properly rebuild these ships. Next turn. You know what? We need prestige. I want to build it up again. I'm going to have to halt 2 of the Tsushimas here so that we are continuing to make money. Okay, increases anti-aircraft effectiveness. So we're going to lay down 1 of those light cruisers at the moment. Money is an issue. Let's look at our research. So, amphibious operations is on high. Do we need that to be on high? Not anymore. There's no territories which I really need to take. So I'm going to reduce that to medium. Naval guns are still on medium. Most of ours are quality 1 at this point, so I do not think we need to focus on naval guns now. Shipboard aircraft operation should probably be high. You know what? Medium. Missile technology, I'll leave it on medium for the moment. Anti-aircraft artillery is high. Is radar's on medium. Radar should be on high. Fire control, subdivision, and damage controls on high. AP projectiles is on high. Torpedo warfare is on high. I think I can agree with all that. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of our airfields should upgrade here soon. Thankfully, we're only 3 months out from Yayoi and Unryu completing, which should free up some more money. And we're actually only 1 month out from that. Oh yeah, 1 month out from all the air bases finishing up. Airborne radar. I will send a diplomatic note because Germany. Kind of want to get one of them. I would say I kind of want to get one of them building again, but we do need to keep expanding these air bases. Northern Marianas, especially the one in the Bismarck Archipelago. And I do probably need to keep this money train coming in. But yeah, no, I want to piss off France, but Germany is another potential target too. British government, no thanks. Yeah, there goes our money. Oh hey, we got some of the coastal batteries done. And Yayoi and Unryu are commissioned. New fighter prototypes are ready for evaluation. Finally, what do we have? Firepower's gone up in all of them to 15. Maneuverability is much higher. Max speed, we have 2 at 420. This top one does have the better maneuverability. It does have lower toughness, and the other one at 420. It does have very low range. Ooh. But we might not need to care much about range. But I might want the longer ranged fighter with the less maneuverability. I think that the Nakajima XF-82 is going to win. Now we resume construction on the Tsushimas. We are rebuilding. And lay down a second Uzuki. What's the next double? 8/8's next double. So what would the 8th one be, or the 9th one technically? 9th one on this list. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mochizuki, welcome to the fleet. And there we go. We're going to lose a little bit of money now. So if we look at... what do I want to look at? Alright, how close are these bases done? 6 months on you, 5 months on you. So we do have to keep a positive cash flow then. Thankfully, Fuso will be done then, as well as Mutsuki. And then Amagi, as well as Akashi, Tsushima, and Takasago will finish up at the very end of that. But we do want to make sure we have enough money to keep building up those bases. And why do I have this ping on Discord? Oh, it's Maxwell's server. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, yeah, back to this. Okay. So, I would like to get some more subs built here soon, but we just need to kind of keep going forward. I want to go to war with the French. Okay, they're building these battle cruisers, not very well protected. You know, the AI doesn't build cruisers and battleships which are that well protected, and yet somehow it's always me who gets the flash fire explosions, at least in this campaign. So good news is we now have 2 new cruisers in service. In terms of ships which are getting old, Shokaku and Zuikaku are now old. We do want to refit them in an American yard. Unfortunately, they are going to lose out on some of their aircraft capacity, and we are going to reduce it even more because of this. Missile launchers on the carriers. And I think that's about perfect. So 82 aircraft on the Shokakus now. Yep. And now protected with medium SAMs. And that is going to eat up a lot of our extra funding, but Fuso will return a lot of it. Yes. Piss off France. Early ASM, that's nice. Mothball Fuso. Aircraft types. We do need to request proposals. So our most recent ones are 1950. Before that, we have a 1947 float plane Scout, and it looks like our flying boat's really old. So, flying boat, we're going to need, I'm going to say speed and then range. We do have a bunch of money now, and what I probably want to do with that, first of all, is to start refitting some of our carriers, which are going to grow old here soon. So I think Taiho is going to grow old next, and she's also going to have the same issue. We're going to probably have to lose like 8 or 10 planes or something. But we rebuild it in an American yard, give it an electro-optical director, and then give it these missile launchers, plus a couple of catapults, and then some additional anti-aircraft weaponry. And now we are rebuilding Taiho. And hopefully all these missile launchers, these medium SAMs, are really going to defeat planes coming at the carriers. Kurama is going to be the next carrier in need of a rebuild. And she's a little older. Oh, we can get autoloaders on her 4-inch guns. So I'll probably leave these as is. I mean, we do need the missile launchers. So we can go down to 46 aircraft and add another light anti-aircraft gun to her. So she's she doesn't carry that large of an air wing. There's some thought about replacing her machinery as well. You know, I can redo all these options again very easily. Let's try it. Replace the machinery. Give her diesel. So we can... You know what? We can keep her oil firing. With, actually, if we go diesel... Yeah, it is more expensive. Yeah, we can keep her oil firing. And, you know, increase the number of SAMs. Pretty easily there. Or give her 2 SAMs, give her catapults. So this will be a little more expensive, but I think it is worth it. to rebuild her. Now, I probably don't want to lay down a new battleship yet until we get some more stuff actually finished. How soon until we need to... 2 months left on Borneo. Part of me wants to build, or more, rebuild, no, build more Uzukis. Part of me wants to rebuild other ships. I think part of me wants to build a new heavy cruiser design. Like heavy cruisers, but armed with missiles. USA. Like that. Although maybe we get rid of the X mount. Move the missile to the X mount, so we have 2 missiles on the CA. Although, you know what? We could go down to auto-loading 8-inch guns. You know what? I'm going to get rid of these missile positions. I am going to put the catapult back there. I'm going to stick this missile in the W position. And then the second missile, maybe Q. No. You know, what happens if I put it on C? Does it just wind up on top of one of the turrets? Ah, that's a terrible, terrible position, actually. V kind of winds up putting it in the funnel. R, I'll leave it at R. For these new, or for the new class of cruiser here. Might be better to increase the belt and the turrets a little bit. It doesn't look like they have autoloaders for 5-inch guns for some reason. So go with those medium anti-aircraft guns. You know, we could just lay down one of these here soon. Or, you know, alternatively, it's going to cost us a bit to initially design them, and then we could lay down 2. And hopefully all these auto-loading 8-inch guns help. Oh yeah, electro-optical. No, I do not want to overwrite. Does the Yakumo design exist? It does. So we briefly got on Kasuga there. I'm just going to suggest name until... Okay. Asso appeared. Or Asso. There's also some thought where we could just name these after real life. Well, not real life ones, but actual heavy cruisers they would have used it around this time. So I know we have 2 named after the Mogami class. What were the other 2? Oh no, there were... Okay, Mikuma and Kumano, which neither of which we have, I don't think. So I will name it Mikuma then. And that'll take 3 months to design. There we go. Oh, that's going to massively increase how much we have available. And due to that massive increase, I think it's going to be time to send these Chishimas in for a rebuild. And these things are outdated, to say the least. And they're going to need to be rebuilt into missile cruisers as well. Oh, you just noticed a typo? You did? Here? Yeah. Okay, so... First of all, we do want to do a... I mean, these things... We do want to do a machinery rebuild. We do want to get them up to 28 knots. We probably want them on diesel, just so we can get that extra tonnage out of them. I'm going to clear the turrets. I'm going to go to 5-inch guns. So we're going to do, again, this. Dual purpose. Going to get rid of the secondaries here. Although 4-inch auto-loading dual purpose might be a little bit better. But no. No, we need a missile launcher. We need one probably in the W position, and then clear the torpedo mounts, add one more in, like, P, the torpedo reload. P and Q. Can't get one in Q. You know, we could decrease them down to doubles. And then we basically wind up getting another one of these sorts of cruisers. We probably should... you know what? No, I'll just have the one torpedo mount at 5. And then we'll use up the rest of the tonnage with anti-aircraft guns. And now we have to physically completely redesign how the ship looks. So these were the little budget cruisers I built to kind of get around some of the issues we were having with various things. So I think that some of the funnel trunking is going to go forward. This is probably going to remain where the torpedo tubes were. So I'm just going to have to leave that there. But, you know, the rest of this superstructure is going to definitely be built more on top like this. Thankfully, you know, these will have a missile as well. Okay. So there you go, we can have that little aft structure there. We can build up a bit of a forward structure around there, and then 5, we go in and do this. And then 6 is our little thing back here as well. So these are basically being rebuilt into small anti-aircraft cruisers, and hopefully they'll actually somewhat work. So I'm not going to rebuild all of them initially. I'm going to start by rebuilding 2. And then another 2. And then another 2. And now we're kind of at that point where our budget is used up in these major rebuilds into SAM cruisers. But you know, this is really good. Look at how many ships we are now adding SAMs to. It is a lot of vessels, and we're gonna have, you know, what, 11, actually no, 13, 15 SAM cruisers. Or 15 cruisers armed with SAMs here soon. Magi's Finisher Reconstruction, 3 cruisers have. I will not sell that to France, because I do not like France. And now we send the last 2 Shishimas in for their rebuild. As we, actually, you guys should probably all be mothballed at this point. You guys move to the reserve fleet. In terms of other carriers, I mean, our older carriers all do have to be rebuilt. I think this one does have to go in for a rebuild, though, too. So I'm going to do something maybe controversial. I'm going to reduce its 4-inch guns down to that. However, or no, it's 5-inch guns down to singles. Actually, you know what? I might go down to auto-loading 4-inch guns on this ship and get rid of maybe G and J. Wait, no. Add G back in. Add, or delete K. Actually, you know what? No. Delete G, delete F, add in J and K again. Increase them to doubles. Which I think kind of works, right? Well, no, not really. There's, you know what, we could replace the machinery, go to diesel firing again. on this ship. Get our forward 2 catapults on it. And then add in our missile systems. Is it worth it for... How much is this going to cost for diesel? So that's 17,000. Yeah, probably. Certainly debatable as to whether it's worth it for such a small warship. Go back up to doubles for those guns. Oh, 20,000 though for a CVL. Just to you know, just to make it a little bit better defended. Maybe oil. So normally it would apparently cost 40,000 to build this ship, so it is costing roughly half of a new ship to build this. This one I'm debating on, but I think I'm gonna have to go for it. Just because we really do need these, oh yeah, fire control's not the best type. Let's get an electro-optical and increase the ammunition. But I do think we need to go for it. Get her rebuilt. See about the Zwihos. Probably don't want to do something so dramatic for them, so I'll just send them to American yards. These were originally built with oil anyway, so I'm just going to give them 1 missile. Then, given an electro-optical, give them dual-purpose auto-loading guns, and then just increase the amount of anti-aircraft they have. So they're not getting quite as extensive of a rebuild as that other ship. Oh yeah, improved main guns. We will do that then. But these ones will be significantly cheaper than the other rebuild going on. And it will cost us a little bit. So, is Borneo... Yeah, we can improve the bases at Borneo again. How about you? 1 month left. 2 months left, 1 month left, and then 2 months left. So we do need to get all these bases continuing to build up. I don't think I can lay down that yet. You know what? I might be able to. Alright, so Guangzhou 1, build up more. How much did you increase to? You increased to 9. I might hold off on... Yeah, you know what? Improve bases again. We just need to get our base capacity up in that region so we can actually fight wars there. Katsuragi should complete this month. So I am going to lay down Mikuma then. Katsuragi is now commissioned. I will take the tension increasing thing with Russia, even though I don't want to go to war with them. Look at the map. Bismarck Archipelago, expand. Caroline Islands, expand. Coastal fortifications. Continue to expand that airbase. Okay, so that's one. That one's at maximum size. Fort Bayard should expand again. Try to get that up to 120. 2 at Borneo are at maximum size. Move them into reserve just so that it saves me a bit of money. And yeah. So there we go. Everything is now starting to build. New Russian fighter has entered service. So once Shinano completes, we are going to start building another Mikuma class cruiser. And then we're probably going to start designing a new battleship. We don't need Mozambique as part of the Japanese Empire. We don't need African colonies. Okay, Shinano's complete. We will take that opportunity. Okay, cool. Proves effectiveness of those guns. So build ship. Second Mikuma class cruiser. You are Kumano. So, what I want to do now is I want to open the design of Yamashiro and completely change how this is being built. So, you're probably going to be named to, I'm going to name it to Mikasa. So I want to build Mikasa and I want to build Shikishima with this group. So these are going to be built in the US. They will need to have 2 missile launchers on them, which will be added in soon. The catapult's going to be moved to the Y position, I think. One of the missile launchers is going to be placed in W. One of them is going to be placed in V. Actually, doesn't look too bad. Secondary armament's going to be reworked, as well as where the torpedoes go. So turret top's going to go up a little bit. Honestly, turrets, I think I'm going to go up to 21 on. Deck's probably going to go up to 6 inches. There's also the thought where we could, you know what, I'm going to go slope deck on this design. And I think you can get by with 0 on belt extended and deck extended for slope deck. And then you don't need quite as much normal belt armor on slope deck. So maybe we go with something like this. And we make it a lot bigger. Make them a lot bigger than the previous ones. And why I want to do this is I want to upgrade the secondary guns. Can I get by with triples? Yes, I can. So now, how many secondaries can this hold? This many. So now we have 4-inch tertiary. Yeah, this is those are some good secondaries, I think. Although, you know what? No, we have to go down to this to get the dual purpose autoloaders. Correct? Yes. But yeah, getting auto-loading 6-inch guns is going to be incredible. Okay, so let's see if we can increase that turret at all. Yep. There's no way we're going to be able to get it up to this. So we just leave it as a triple. But that gives us 11 17-inch guns compared to the 10 we get on most of our vessels. And hopefully yeah, we have an immunity zone against our guns now. Yep. Alright, so... Oh yeah, in terms of torpedo tubes, we should probably place a couple topside ones on just to make sure. And then a bit of that, just make sure that we have a little bit of extra weight remaining if we need to rebuild these things. So yeah, this ship is terrifying. So I'm probably going to leave all this superstructure as is, and then just rebuild the line kind of going across here. You know, let's try that maybe here. So yeah, we are now building 85,000 ton dreadnoughts. I probably want to mess with that a little bit more. And I'm going to try to build 2 of them. Somehow. Although, you know what? We might actually be able to afford this if I'm not building any aircraft carriers at the time, once all of our current units get out. Okay, so the Mikasa is already a design we have. Is the Asahi a design we have? No, it's not. So I'm gonna have to wait a turn to do that. Hey, those ships have finished their reconstruction. Might be worth it to mothball and reserve them. Design ship. Open up the Asahi. In USA, right? Yeah. There we go. Now the Asahi is being designed. And with our current monthly balance, yeah, we can actually afford one of them. We're actually going to get some stuff out here soon, and that's going to make them even more affordable. So what else do we need to rebuild? Hiryu is probably a good target for a rebuild at this point. So we're going to reduce her air capacity down. Rebuild her in an American yard. Give her an A. A and a Y. She does have 2 catapults already, so she doesn't need to be rebuilt with them. I probably want to try to keep her air capacity at this. I don't want... I could reduce it down to 80 instead. Or 81. Yeah, okay. That's probably the best I'm going to get for Hiryu. Getting these SAMs on these carriers is going to be good. And I know Katsuragi just... Actually, you know what? The Kagas need a rebuild first. Alright, so... Lecter Optical Director, rebuild in America, go to Autoloader, go to more powerful 4-inch guns. Honestly, just lose the turret armor for extra weight savings. We can decrease that. We do need to add 2 catapults on, and we do need to add an A and a Y missile tube. We can go down to 88 aircraft, though. 89 might be possible. I'm suspecting it's going to be 88, though. Yep. So this definitely means that Akagi and Kaga are going to remain 2 of our best are definitely going to become 2 of our best carriers now. Although if we want to go with auto-loading guns, we do have to go down to 87 planes. Fine, that is an acceptable hit. And then other than that, honestly, yeah, we do need to rebuild the Soryus with this tech. Okay, so it looks like they actually can be rebuilt with it pretty easily, though. And now send the Soryus in. And thankfully, the Unryus already have 2 SAMs. The Unryus from the start were built like this. So this is going to mean that our whole carrier force is going to be equipped with SAMs. Unfortunately, it means that our battleship force isn't. And that does include these guys, the Namiros. However, they have enough weight remaining that they can probably just take one. Yeah. They just take a SAM and be fine. Yeah, cooperation will benefit both of our nations. But, you know, I need to get that new ship being built. Forward-firing ASW mortar. Unlocked, finally. Okay, new flying boat prototypes. Cool. So, these can carry torpedoes. They're not much faster, and they're not much longer range than their current one. I'll go with that top one. Aircraft type. So, got the new flying boat in development now. We do need a new floatplane scout, which is probably also going to have the same speed range requirement. So Zuiho, Shoho, and Ryuho are going to come out here in just another turn. I'll handle it quietly and discreetly. I don't want to piss off the America. Yes, the America. That is how you speak. That is how one speaks. We do not piss off the America, if you know what I mean. Alright, so Asahi, we get 1 month until we build it, or 2 months until we build it, and all the Chishimas are going to be done in that time. No thanks to that. So let's briefly check the map again, make sure. Yeah, okay, all these places are building up. So Borneo, 3 months left. And then we need to get 2 Asahis laid down here. But you know what? Now we have these new SAM cruisers in the Chishimas too. So yeah, this we have definitely heavily modernized a lot of our old ships at this point, especially now that these guys can all reach 28 knots. And our carriers are getting properly modernized now. So now we're going to be able to lay down. Oh, thank you. Oh, awesome. Zuki Kurama's commission. And hello there, Asahi. Should be, I know which name I want. There we go. Asahi and Shikishima. Yes. So now we are building 2 new dreadnoughts. 2 brand new dreadnought battleships, or large battleships, whatever. Oh yeah, we're getting the Uzukis done, too. The new, SAM cruisers. As well as these new heavy cruisers armed with SAMs. So what we should... Well, first of all, I think it is time with our remaining funds to send the Namiros in for a rebuild. And just add that extra missile launcher on their stern. And then add some more anti-aircraft guns. I would love to get proper torpedo tubes on these things, but I think that's the best way to do it. Right there. The Issei's and Yamashiro, I think, are going to be a little harder to rebuild, because they're built a little... They're not underweight. If that makes sense. Which does mean that sacrifices in terms of secondary battery would probably have to be made. If we could do this... and then just not max out the anti-aircraft guns, and I think we're good. Get the Issei's rebuilt with missile launchers. Yamashiro should be a little easier to get a missile launcher on than the other ones. She has a little bit more weight remaining, but I think we're still going to have to remove a gun, and probably remove an aircraft as well. But then we can add in more anti-aircraft guns. Yeah, no. Alright, there we go. Rebuild Yamashiro. And then we do have Fuji and Shinano, which do need a missile launcher, definitely. We could lose an aircraft. Okay, so if we lose an aircraft... Actually, no, if we reduce the torpedo tubes down to triples and keep the anti-aircraft there, that's better. And then rebuild both of the Fujis. Which will mean that our battleship force will now be armed with SAMs. Alba, actually, she can probably take a missile launcher here pretty easily. Yes, she can. If we just reduce... You know, I'm going to get rid of her forward torpedo tube room. And I assume, yeah, we can't get by with that. So we just lose like 3 torpedoes from Alba, and fixes everything. And the Mogamis might be, you know what, they're not that tricky to get a missile onto. USA, why? they're so not tricky to get a missile onto that we can just do it. I'm going to delete the forward submerged tube and replace it with more anti-aircraft guns. No, do not do it, because we need an electro-optical director. And there we go. Now, our heavy units are all receiving SAMs. Oh my god. Yeah, the whole heavy arm of our Navy is just gonna be like, yep, SAMs. They're surface-to-air missiles. I say we go to maybe medium spying on France, but yeah, we're gonna be pretty prepared for this war. Although we are gonna have to start readying up our aircraft and doing doctrine training and such. So we are 2 months out from Borneo. Oh crap. That's what happens sometimes when you start doing all this. So okay, their CBL's done. 3-inch auto-loaded. I'm gonna say no, because we're buying so much from America at this point. Oh, Haruna should probably be mothballed. You, honestly, probably reserved, given that you are definitely the better of the CBLs at this point. The others are now only 30 aircraft capable. So it's October. Borneo's 1 month out. We need next month to expand it. So, in this event, I cannot take the heavy... I cannot afford the heavy prestige hit. But what I'm going to have to do is these destroyers, they're going to be laid down. They're not going to be built... Or we build the destroyers. I'm not allowed to build destroyers in this game. We could build the destroyers and immediately convert them over to corvettes. I think that's how I get around this rule. Or, alternatively, I do take the prestige hit. Which I think I might have to do. Because, yeah, there's no conflict. According to my rules, I have to do this. And let's see how bad that was. Only 2. Only 2. Yep. Okay. That was those were the rules I assigned myself, so I have to oblige by them. That is the first time that rule has really come into effect properly. Frankly, it won't take too long to rebuild all these guys. And then we're just gonna get a lot of stuff with SAMs out. Oh right, it's November now. Fortunately, that budget hit's not good. Hey Borneo, build up more. Hey, next turn on you. UCL. Go for the win. It's Italy. Oh hey, now we can get 8-inch autoloader ships built at home. Okay, so improve the Northern Marianas. We're at 18 base capacity there, and we're at 70 at Kwangchao 1. But, you know, Borneo is really where we're getting all the base capacity in Southeast Asia at this point. But, you know, Caroline Islands and Bismarck Archipelago, they're going to finish here in just a turn. Tensions are still low. Katsuragi, those have finished all their reconstruction. I will sell that to Russia. New Russian medium bomber is entering service. So, Katsuragi's back. That one's working up. Kaga is back. Soryu is back. So we still have... not Akagi's back. We still have Kaga, we still have Hiryu rebuilding with their 2 SAMs. Yeah. So we're going to have to lay down some new ships here, or take a look at how to rebuild some of the current ones in existence. So one I want to take a look at are the Nagaras. So there's some thought about trying to get auto-loading 6-inch guns on the Nagaras. If we do that, then they can't be rebuilt with missiles, though. But we could get rid of that forward mount and get an autoloader on them. If we wanted that autoloader, it's going to be a little bit more, though. probably have to get rid of, I'm going to say J and K torpedo tubes. And lose an aircraft. And then increase this amount. So unfortunately, we're not really looking at missiles on the Nagaras, but you know they're still going to have good guns. And then we have these little guys, and we're finally getting to the point where we can actually start rebuilding them. But there's not really much we can put on them other than like a little bit more anti-aircraft guns. So maybe once they get old, we'll rebuild them one for one. Here, yes, finish your reconstruction. Kaga has finished reconstruction. I will not buy that tech. So Kaga's in. Hiryu's in. And Kagas are a little faster, and you know that 87 aircraft is our largest aircraft carrier at this point. So even with the reduced aircraft loads, hopefully our carriers should still be pretty good, especially now that they're being protected with SAMs. So we probably actually want to keep building destroyers or cruiser destroyer things similar to the Izuki class. Oh yeah, they need to be dual purpose guns. Are they not on the Izukis? How did that get unchecked? I don't know how that got unchecked, but it needs to be fixed. Okay. So add more light anti-aircraft guns, and let's take out the calculator again, and you know what? Hold on. Roll 8-sided die. So we get a 7. So of the 7 Mitsuki class destroyers left, we will say. So let's see. So you're 1. Let's see. You were skipped. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Mikazuki's in, right? Mokazuki, I think. No, Mokazuki's in. So it would be Mikazuki. If I am correct about that, right? Yeah, Mikazuki. So this will be the Mikazuki class. Yeah. Order it, and I'm going to roll again and see what her sister will be named. Her sister will be named Kisaragi. Russian, I will sell that to you. Diplomatic note to Germany, screw it. New floatplane scout prototypes ready. Ooh, let's see what we got. Better max speed and a bit better range. So I think we'll go with the HE design. So Mikazuki, build it, and then you will be Kisaragi. We should probably keep tabs with what other nations are building. So Germany right now. So they do have some battle cruisers building. Not great ones. They have some older ships still. I have a lot of CAs. Do any of them have missiles? I don't think so. Do have some CLs. I don't think they're really arming with missiles. They don't have a lot of carriers. France has a lot of heavy cruisers. Oh my god. Yeah. If you look at all, yeah, France has just been spamming, or they've had CA spam. They are building some battle cruisers here, some modern ones. But you know, I think we're going to be able to beat them. We do have not many carriers. Britain has a lot of battle cruisers and a lot of battle cruiser spam. So we do have to certainly cut through heavy British units if we want to fight them. They do not have a lot of heavy cruisers, so Britain is not committed to a heavy cruiser. It doesn't look like they're really using missiles, though. They do have some CVs. Very significant CVs. How many do they have? We have 11, they have 15. They have more tonnage than us, but, yeah. America, lots of battle cruisers. Do they have any missile-armed ships yet? Because I would think that some of these guys down here would be armed with missiles, and they're like CLs or something. Maybe they'd have destroyers armed with missiles. No? Does Britain have destroyers armed with missiles? No? That's surprising. Nobody's building stuff with missiles except us. And we're ordering it all from America. But we're like, yeah, America, stick your missiles on our ships. Alright, so the Nagaras are done. Okay, so the game is very clearly trying to get me to go to war with Germany. Which is lame, because I don't want to fight Germany. I want to fight France. High spying on France at this point. Oh my. Okay, so so we're in April. All these are currently building. Wait. We didn't improve the bases at Bismarck Archipelago. We didn't improve the bases at the Caroline Islands. We're probably going to want to start readying up aircraft here soon. Kavieng in the Northern Marianas needs to continue expanding. All the other air bases, I think, are fine for the moment. Kushiro at Hokkaido will expand again to 120. Okay, aircraft types. We do need a new aircraft type. Our oldest now is probably a medium bomber, which is probably a good one to get. So bomb load and speed, I think, will be our two priorities for it. And we're going to get a bunch of ships done here. And I'm probably going to start properly investing in aircraft for some of the carriers again. Now that our whole battleship force is back in action. And air groups. Alright, so I'm going to try to devise what an 82 aircraft squadron is going to look like. And why am I getting another ping? Oh, somebody went live. Okay, fine. Okay, so let's see. So, what's the spotting value? What is the spotting value of these carriers? Open design, their spotting value is 45. And your spotting value is okay. You know what? What's it on here, you? Because I know she has slightly less. 44. So, if we have a 44 maximum aircraft strike package, let's say 16, 32, and then 12. Okay. So, manage air group. So, change role into a dive bomber. Change role into a torpedo bomber. Change number of these guys to 12. Change number to 12. Just temporarily reduce it on a lot of these. Change number to 16. Change number to 16. Change role to fighter. No. Change role to fighter. And then we're going to give a fighter squadron 16 or 14 as well. And that air group from Katsuragi, I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste it onto Soryu. For now. So we'll have... I'll start by readying up 2 air groups here, basically. As we are starting to get a little bit closer. You know what? Let's raise... let's do that. Let's raise some prestige and raise a little bit of tension. A new flying boat is ready and in service, but I really, really want to go to war with the French game, if you can make it happen. So Fuji's 3 months out from a refit. Wow, she's taken a while to rebuild. So I'm leaving these guys in the reserve fleet for now. I'm gonna start moving more stuff maybe into the reserve fleet. Be a little bit more prepared for war. Here. And, you know, I'll just be host to the reserve fleet as well. Copy air group. We're gonna get the air group on Taiho ready. Okay. I will sell that to Italy. So I'm going to see if I can paste it onto Hiryu and then change the number here to 13. Yes. There you go. Hiryu has her air group as well. So we're just going to kind of add one carrier's air group per turn, I think. And now everything in the main fleet here should be, you know, reserve fleet at this point. And did everything get a recent rebuild other than these guys? I wonder if the Sendais need anything. Probably, yeah, it's a little too difficult to get them on autoloaders. We could get their secondaries on autoloaders. I think the Nagaras, yeah, the Nagaras should be autoloaders now, right? Yeah. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, open design for rebuild. They don't have a lot of mass remaining. That is correct. So I kind of do want to send... I would love to get the Sendais up to auto-loading guns, but I just don't think it's possible. We'd have to delete a turret to do it. So, currently, the 1943 models here do probably need a rebuild. These little cruisers. Would be nice to get an additional torpedo tubes on them, but I don't think it's a good idea. So we'll send the Murakumos in for a rebuild. Send the Yugiris in for a rebuild. Just, yeah, stick whatever we can on them. Maybe the Akatsuki's in too. Oh, the Akatsuki's actually do have a bit more weight remaining. Some thought we could get another torpedo tube on them. Or an additional anti-aircraft director. Yeah. I think we do need to focus on anti-aircraft pretty badly right now. Tatsuyuki probably also needs a rebuild. It would be nice to get that additional AA director on her. Alright, the remaining Yugiris will be rebuilt to the 1952 design. Yudachi, the only surviving pair of the Shiratsuyus, also has a little bit of weight remaining, thank goodness. Unfortunately, we can't get that last light anti-aircraft gun in, so we'll just have to leave her slightly short. And then we have the Suzukazes. Can get that additional anti-aircraft director. And then I will send in the Hatsushimos in for a rebuild. And honestly, the Nohis probably... I mean, the Nohis are already, like, fully upgraded. So, there's not really much of a benefit to rebuilding them, it seems. So the Sendais, it's like I keep wanting to do something with them. I could try to get the 4-inch guns auto-loading. does actually increase my heavy anti-aircraft factor, even if I go down to just 12 of them. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good idea. Let's get rid of the forward submerged tube. So... I would love to get those to autoloaders. Let's try getting rid of J and K then. Yeah, that's doable. We go up to 14. We can't quite max out our anti-aircraft department, but, you know, we can get somewhere on it. Or we could reduce the aircraft by 1. I think that's good. Alright, so we'll send in the Sendais then. I think I want to design something based off the Kumas. Although, it's going to take 3 months to rebuild everything. 2 months to finish rebuilding Fuji. And right now most of... You know what? Mikuma's almost done. We can wait till Mikuma is finished. No, I want my prestige. I want my points. We're in the late game. We get points. Fuji has finished her reconstruction. You know what? I will buy that. So... Our entire battleship force is now in service and now armed with 17-inch guns, and we have a lot of ships armed with SAMs now. And that is fun. Plus, you know, building the two... oh, come on. Stop automatically selecting everything, game. It's annoying. Yeah, now we have the newer small cruisers building 2. So, one thought... Okay, so let's see. So 5-inch guns are not auto loading yet. Okay. So here is my thought. Okay. I'm going to have these... No, okay, so I was naming these cruisers after the historical cruisers. So we had the Kuma class cruisers, of which I built Kuma and Tama. And then we were going to follow them up with the other ones, Kidkami, Oi, and Kiso. But I think these are going to be a new class of cruiser, which is going to be assembled here. So, first of all, secondaries are going to be put on dual purpose. They will, you know, they will have a forward submerged tube. I like having that. But they will need missile launchers. Clear the turrets. So we get forward, we're going to get that. We're going to get Y, we're going to get X. Honestly, the belt's going to be reduced down to 2 inches. Turrets probably are going to also be at 2 inches for splinter protection. The catapult is going to be moved off of that position and to the 3 and 4 position. And then we are going to get 2 missile launchers mounted in the center area of the ship. So I'm going to take one at maybe V. And then would W work? A little too far forward. That's okay. And then although we don't have quite as many guns as our other cruisers, you know what? No, I'm not going to go with the dual purpose 6-inch guns. We can just barely get this. Oh, actually, this is kind of a terrifying ship. I mean, its belt armor is not good. And its turret armor is not good. Yeah. Yeah, once I say that the turret armor is not good, that's an issue. Get rid of the X. So, yeah, it's just going to be very lightly armored in terms of turret armor. But, in terms of main armor yet. You know, I'm not going to name these after the Kitakamis, because Kitakamis are supposed to be, you know, proper torpedo cruisers. So we had the Nagaras, we had the Sendais. We can name these after the Aganos, or, you know, it was suggesting Chikuma. So, what? Agano, Noshiro, Yahagi, and Sakawa. The alternative... could also name them after Tenryus. Or Tenryu, Tetsuda. Yeah, I'll name them after the Tenryus. Tenryu and Tetsuda. So... 19 cruisers finished their reconstruction. Any further... gotta take it. Gotta get that prestige now. Assemble 1 Tenryu. Two SAMs, though. You know, ships with 2 SAMs, those are going to be good. And we did get all those cruisers back. All of these guys now. Look at all of these warships we have. Yeah, it's a lot. You know, everything up to the Nohis is modern fit. We do have to get one of the Murakumos back here, but other than that, we're pretty good. Tenryu will... or we gotta wait till Mikuma's done to get more Tenryus. Oh, hey, there we go again. Hey, look, it's the French-German treaty again. This is the second time this has happened. So, let's copy the air group from Soryu and paste it onto Unryu and figure this out. So, Unryu... how many do you have? Manage air group. No. Open design. So, you have... spot value of 39. So... 39 aircraft, let's say 38. So I think if I reduce this down to 14, yeah, and 14, no, I can't reduce that down. Okay, so just disband a whole fighter squadron, change the number down to 14. That's 66 out of 70 now. It's 1428. This fighter would have to be a 10. Let's reduce this fighter down to a 12. No, let's change... yeah, add another fighter. However, I'm gonna change this role to a fighter. Change its number to 10. Change this guy's role to a dive bomber and change its number to 14. So this still allows us a good strike off of Unryu. Copy our group, paste it on Amagi. So Unryu and Amagi are going to be readied up now, too. Oh, awesome! The Mikumas are easily... oh, fine. Why Russia? Why Russia? Of all the countries you could have selected to go to war with, you are stupid, America. You are stupid. You are moronic. Idiots. Absolute idiots. You have picked the complete worst nation to think about going to war with. Because there's nothing we can take from Russia. There's no benefit for any of us. There's no benefit for fighting Russia. Actually, you know what? No. Disband Kaga's squadron. So Kagi squadron, we need to get more aircraft in. Let's see, how much is the spotting value on Akagi and Kaga? So their spotting value is 47. So if we look at their air groups, so 16, 32, 44, we get another 3 planes in. So I think I'm just going to change that number to 14. Change number to 14, and then change number U to 13. Then copy that air group, paste it on Kaga. And honestly, I'm going to copy that air group, paste it on Kurama, and I'm aware it has exceeded air capacity. I will fix that here soon. Kurama can carry, or has a spot value of 32. So 32, let's say 12. Okay, you know what? Change your number. Change it. I'll temporarily change the number of these guys down to like 4. Or 4 and 6. So that we don't have those guys as problems anymore. Alright, so torpedo bomber and dive bomber. So if we do 12, 24, and then fighter, we'd have 32 with an 8, or with a squadron of 8. And actually, if we just have all squadrons of 8 for the fighters, that does work out. So we can pair any fighter group with that. So now our carriers are finally readying up. If we are to go to war with Russia, they have that. And we'd probably have to get prepared to fight them in Northeast Asia, because that's the only point which is going to matter. But it doesn't matter if we fight Russia. Like, seriously, game. Oh, god damn it. Oh, now we're having the modern jet aircraft issue, where they're more expensive. Okay, so new medium bombers. The new bomb load is definitely better than our current one. The new max speed's definitely better. The range is definitely better. You have best speed, best range, best toughness. Bomb load's the same. Yeah. Okay, tensions with Russia are declining. Kumano is completing. I'm gonna lay down the second Tenryu, which is Tatsuta, I think. Let's just make sure. Yeah. So now we have 2 of these new cruisers building. It is going to be expensive for a few months here. Actually, you know what? Halt construction on Tatsuta. I just want to make sure she's laid down. Expand the airbase at Borneo. Or not the airbase. Expand the stuff in Borneo. Expand there. Honestly, just improve all these bases again. And just keep increasing my base capacity in that region. Great Britain has given independence to Trinidad. Okay, no! Britain! Okay, how are the 2 nations I'm spying on lower than Britain and Russia? Britain, I need another war before I fight you. Handle it quietly and discreetly. Don't piss off Britain. Don't piss off Britain. Not now. Now is a very bad time. Okay, you know what? Give me a dive bomber. Bomb load and reliability. Okay, fine. Commando is commissioned now. Does not fit within our requirements. Good, so now we have 2 new CAs. Mikuma class CAs. I am going to put them on reserve fleet. I'm probably going to temporarily disband, I want to disband some air groups here. I'm going to disband, you know what, no, we're still close enough to war that I don't think I want to do that yet. So all my carriers can be ready. No, I do not want them created automatically. Alright, we do need to keep doing, you know what, I do need to disband air groups. So, Unryu, your air group's disbanded. Shokaku and Zuikaku, your air groups are going to be disbanded. I want to just easily be able to copy over air groups. And Kaga, your air group's disbanded. Alright. You know what? Yeah, help Britain root out the rebels. I don't want to be at war with Britain right now. That would be bad. Expand Bismarck Archipelago. Expand the Caroline Islands. Okay. Mikazuki and Kisaragi are getting a lot closer to done. I will sell that to Italy. Awesome. Those are done now. Oh, hey, new fighter. Let's see. Bomb load is equivalent. Speed is a little better. Range is a little better than our current one. I think that's a good deal to buy it. Tensions are still extremely high with the nations I don't want them to be high with. I don't know what's going on. This campaign's been really, really strange. I think it's probably time that we activate, you know, Yamashiro and the Issei's. How close are we on these two battleships? Actually, pretty close. As much as I am activating them, I probably should activate some of these guys like Katsuragi, Soryu, Hiryu. I think Amagi has aircraft on her right now. Taiho has aircraft on her, so I'll activate her too. And Akagi does too. So we'll activate the ones with aircraft on them. In terms of cruisers, and Mikazuki's, and activate all them. And yeah, we have 3 battleships active. Probably should activate the Mikumas as well. Okay, and I think I should spend some money on subs. Alright. Oh, Egypt has declared independence. Interesting. Britain just lost access to that canal. Okay, so we need to reduce tensions with Russia. Got a ton of poor man subs, empty beer cans. Do they count? Not really. Okay, so max speed is okay. Max speed of these is way better. Bomb load's still the same. The range has definitely improved. I think this bottom one, the Kawasaki's a little better. Yeah. Aircraft types. Request proposals. I think it's torpedo bomber time. Which point? Reliability is... No, I'm going to say speed and reliability for the torpedo bomber. Come on. I'm like desperately trying to go to war with France and Germany. And the game is just like, no. Oh, hey, world economy's covered. Oh, Engle flight deck is here. So we got a new float plane scout. It's worse. No. Good news is Shikishima's done. And that's going to save us a lot of money. Why? Okay, I don't get why it sometimes just spontaneously selects stuff on the screen and then moves us to the top corner. Shikishima's done! Okay. However, now we are having an issue where the nations we want to go to war with aren't really wanting to go to war with us. I'm going to just move all my carrier stuff to reserve and move my whole ship to reserve, or whole fleet to reserve again until tensions increase. So it looks like we have managed to avoid war with Russia, which is really good, because I don't want to go to war with Russia. I'm going to lay down a third Tenryu, at which point this one is actually going to be named after that one unique Japanese cruiser. Is that... Which one is that? Is that Yubari? Let's make sure. No, I could look up Japanese naval ship classes of World War II and it'll be on there. Katori class. Okay, Yubari, yes. So we will name the third Tenryu Yubari in this instance. Of course, they're not. The UK is too busy having tea and medals. Yes. Yeah, the UK has a lot of medals this campaign, given how many of my ships they sank. I'm still pissed. I'm still pissed. Yeah, you can just see how bad everything went. Okay. So we do have these new cruisers building, and thankfully we have a lot of SAMs now in our fleet. Actually, we did get these new cruisers done. I think, do we want a new carrier? It's probably smart to get a new carrier here soon, too. So, I'm gonna go back up to the 92 aircraft carrier. That's what they do in peacetime. You sat on chair for 10 years, have a Emeritus Service Medal, etc. Was it built on... Oh yeah, this side is correct, I think. Oh yeah, I briefly built on this side for one classic carrier for some reason. Admittedly, I'm playing as Japan, so I guess that is kind of historical. Okay, so structure 3 is kind of the one I want to modify here. I want to give this... Okay, because we just unlocked angled deck. You know what? There is a benefit to building this in a local yard. Autoloaders. We can have auto-loading 5-inch guns in our own yard. Yeah. I should be building it in our own yard then. How good is diesel right now? Does make it more expensive. But, does make it cost less. Or, not cost less, but, does make it have a better weight situation. But I think it's still better to go with oil at the present. It's just a name. So we could have Hio, we could have a Coma. Probably name it Hio and see if I can get a, or maybe another Hosho at some point too. Given that our first Hosho was kind of burnt down 10 minutes outside a port. Or maintenance rigs, but I'm not swimming that far. Yeah. Honestly, I might just leave the structure visible the same, and we can pretend that it has an angled flight deck. Screw it. Okay, I will adjust the anti-aircraft guns like such. It still has 2 SAMs on it, which will hopefully shoot down any incoming missiles. You know what? Exceeds effective fire control. Damn it. So yeah, let's start developing that, because Asahi's going to be commissioned now. No need. So the idea was that I would go to war at around the time Asahi and Shikishima were completed. That just does not appear to be the case. Upgrade to a crew that's not smoking 60 Benson hedges a day per crewman. You have to go see him in time. Okay. Bye. Bye, Fallen. Yeah, I need less fire chance. Badly. You know what? The Makumas turned out to be faster than intended. Let's just lay down another 2 of them. Right now they're being named Yakumo and Izumo. I want to name them something different. I want to name them after one of the heavy cruisers which did serve in World War II. So the first 2 were named after Mogami class cruisers. They would be succeeded by Tone class cruisers and preceded by Takao class cruisers. Unfortunately, that's not really a, Takao isn't really a name we can use anymore. However, I would imagine that we could still use Atago, Maya, and Chokai. So where is Mount Atago, actually? Kyoto. Okay, that's fine. So Takao is named after Mount Takao, which is in, is that actually in Kyoto? Oh. Wait, what? I'm confused. I'm looking at Wikipedia, and it's like, oh hey, Mount Takao. It's here in Kyoto. Okay, but there's a place called Takao right here. I guess if that's the case, and they're named after mountains, then that's fine. So I guess I'll go with Takao and Otago for these two new ones. And then leave Maya and Chokai for later. Assuming that I actually do wind up ever naming a ship after them. Don't build a lot of heavy cruisers, personally. No, we have some extra budget remaining. I want to put it into the 2 Hio class. We are about to get a Tenryu done. Oh, damn it. Take the come on. Okay, okay, that pissed off everyone! That pissed off everyone! Oh god! Oh dear god. Hello, Doctrine. Let's start doing gunnery training. Honestly, let's... I think gunnery and torpedo warfare training. Do it! Okay, Tenryu is commissioned. Shots fired, shots fired. Take the prestige. I want to build up my points. We're in the late game. We build up the points. Aircraft types. Torpedo bomber request in progress. We will have to immediately start requesting a fighter after this. So right now, quote Spaceballs. I said fire across her nose, not up. Alright, so air groups. We should probably start preparing stuff a little more again. So you are you Akagi? Nope, that is in... Where did I even grab that from? Is that on Katsuragi? That's Katsuragi. Are you Hio? No. You are Soryu. You guys are... It's 14 and 12. I think you're Taiho. You're 13. So you are Hiryu. You're another 12. You know, you're 12 and 14. Which would imply that you're on something a little smaller. Oh yeah, you're on a Magi. You guys cracked a beer at 5:30 a.m. and now it's 5:42. And no wonder you're acting kind of weird. I don't know why my mouse suddenly does that, where it's like, oh hey, I click on something to drag, let's just suddenly spontaneously select everything. I think this group, because it's so weird, is Akagi. And then this group should be Kurama. And that should be good. And then we can copy the air group from Akagi, paste it onto Kaga. We can copy the air group from Taiho, paste it onto Zuikaku and Shokaku, and then copy the air group from Amagi and paste it onto Unryu. And that should allow our entire CV Air Force to ready up. We are going to have to start preparing some planes at land air bases. Yeah, allocate more funding here. Make the agent a national hero in France. Early blind fire capability. Awesome. Hello, Hio, build. I can sleep, good few views, and monitoring 2 streams for around 10 hours, brain dead now. Okay then, that's certainly believable. So yeah, I think this is a decent situation to be in. Probably gonna ready up the Fujis actually, too. The big question is, you know, hopefully we can keep Britain out of this war. Or Britain and Russia out of this war. Because I don't want to be fighting all these guys on my own. And I would much rather have the US on my side. We have been improving all the base capacity in the Borneo area, correct? Yes. So Southeast Asia, we can now hold 548 there. Right now, it's pretty good. I'm going to improve bases at Borneo again. I'm going to continue improving bases at the Bismarck Archipelago, and I'm going to continue improving bases here. I don't think we really need to continue building them more on 2 fronts, much less 4 fronts. Yeah, it's risky. Alright, so we need to start readying stuff up at some of our air bases. So, for example, I think I'm going to auto add some aircraft here. I don't want to get it full yet. Let's see. So, no, we're going to change the number of flying boats to 8. I'm going to disband a fighter squadron. I'm going to disband a medium bomber squadron, and I'm going to reduce the other guys to 12. And this gives us at least something small at that airfield, as well as probably need it. Honestly, copy it from here, add it to Kushiro, add it to Fort Bayard, and then add it to I think Pontianak. It does give us some ability to resist. And actually, you know what, we should probably get something on Tsingtao as well, just in case. And then we can expand the air groups in the future. Oh, God. Please avoid war with Russia. Okay, torpedo bomber request in progress is almost done. 10 reviews finished working up. Oh, improved autoloader. Magnet mines. New torpedo bomber prototypes are ready for evaluation. Cool. So, this one has the better bomb load. And the better max speed. And the better range. Slightly worse maneuverability, slightly better toughness. Yeah, go with it. Aircraft types. Fighter, right now. Fighter, speed, firepower. Actually, you know what? Firepower's... No, firepower, speed. For the fighter. Oh, come on. Tensions with America. Don't continue to increase. What are we doing to piss you off, America? What are we doing to piss anyone off? Okay, Germany is allied with France, so we do want to piss Germany off. Okay, Tatsuda will complete here. Good. That does mean we can activate more stuff now that we have Tatsuda done. Or alternatively, we do get aircraft on our CVLs. So, the spotting on Zuiho is how much? 17. 17 on Zuiho, and on Kurne Maru it is 21. So, I'm trying to think about how best to do this. So Zuiho, if it is 17, then we want to split that up into 3. So, 18 splits up into 3 nicely. It is 6, 6, and 6. So, 6, 6, and 5. Manager group. Hello there. Auto aircraft. So, change number to 6. Change number to 6. Change number to 6. Change role to a fighter. Add in a new air unit. A torpedo bomber with 6. Change this number to 5. So then that would be our strike package. And then you can have another 7. Copy air group. Paste it to Shoho. Paste it to Taiyo. Paste it to Ryuho. Paste it to the other aircraft carrier as well, but on you. If we open up your design, you can spot 21. So you can get another 4 planes. Manage air group. So, or another 4 planes in your group. So let's just increase that straight to 6. Yeah. We'll do 7, 7, 7. And then you still have the additional group of fighters. So that should mean that all of our carriers are going to be equipped with full aircraft here. I'm going to lay down another 2 subs in the meantime, as we're going to get 2 done here very soon. Right now everything's still in the reserve fleet. Commission 2 subs. Cooperation will benefit both of our nations, yes. Ah, damn it. Dive bomber is a little bit underpowered. Hey, tensions with the US are declining. That's good. That's good. Come on, I just want to go to war with France and Germany. So we got a little bit of money still remaining. We probably... You know what? I'm invested in the development of the Mutsuki. Local yard, autoloader. And go up to something like this. Okay, so what are these going to be named after? You know how many guns your average Texan has? Yeah, don't annoy America. Yes, sneaky. Thoughts. Any Japanese destroyer names you'd like to see used? Because I can't actually build destroyers here, so I have to instead build these little light cruisers. So the names it's going to suggest are going to be light cruiser names, but really these are fulfilling the role of destroyers, so I feel like that they realistically name them after destroyers, so that's what I've been doing. So if you want, or if anyone else in chat wants these to be named after any historical destroyers, and only historical ones. If it existed historically, then that's fine. But if it didn't exist historically, then it doesn't. I'm not going to accept it. But yeah, if there's any historical Japanese destroyer names any of you guys want, you can have them. So feel free to suggest away while I'm working on the superstructure. And if you don't want to, I'll probably... What I usually do is I go to a class and then randomly pick a couple from it. And then use that for a couple classes. I've been using the Mutsukis for a few classes now, but I'll probably wind up switching. How far in is your research? Or does DDs usually Kazi at low tiers? Are you talking about like World of Warships or something, or War Thunder? In World of Warships, in the really early days of the game, we're talking when after the game was like first on the public releases. I grinded up to... I know I got to the Minikaze, or I loved the Minikaze. The Mutsuki sucked at the time, and then I went one further from that at the time. The Hatsuharu, I believe, was what I got up to. I don't quite remember the Umikaze, but... No, they existed. Were they... Okay, those were the really small ones at the start. So they built Umikaze and Yamakaze, and I think 2 other Japanese destroyers got named the same things later on. I think, because these guys only survived until 1936. See, Japanese destroyer Yamakaze. Yep, they built another one as a Shiratsuyu. So we had the Shiratsuyus. Yeah, and there was another Umikaze there too. So I know we did name a few after the Shiratsuyus. There was a Shiratsuyu, she sank. So there was Udachi. So Suzukaze exists. So we're looking for Yamakaze? Yeah, Yamakaze and Umikaze. And either of these guys make it? We got Suzukaze, Harasame, Udachi, which I know are all of that group. I think these were Hatsuharu's. And Hatsushima and Kaba, I think, skipped. So yeah, we could do Umikaze class. Umikaze and Yamakaze. Here. As these new ones with auto-loading, dual-purpose 5-inch guns. Oh, that's gonna be fun. And these are kind of like to use up the budget currently. And then hopefully to have something later. Yeah, I will sell that to Italy. It's going to take 1 more month to design it, and then we're going to be able to lay 2 of them down. Alright, hello there, 2 of them. So the second one will be renamed to Yamakaze. Okay, there we go. And just make sure that it's spelled correctly. It is spelled correctly. You know what? I will take that budget decrease to make sure that tensions with Britain seriously decline. Thank you. Don't play Wells too much. I don't play it anymore at all. Honestly. Okay, new training applied. Of course, sir. Thank you for my budget back. Unfortunately, it's going to cost a lot, as now I have to build more subs. So we're going to do 10 coastals, probably 6 mediums, and then 4 mine-laying subs, so we get a little bit more of a diverse fleet. And it is going to cost us a lot, but we could just halt the 2 Mikazes a little bit. This is not World of Tanks, yeah. That being said, I'm a War Thunder player, so that's kind of bad. Admittedly, I get really toxic with War Thunder, although I try not to show it in chat or anything, but I get really pissed with War Thunder. That game is like an abusive relationship with a really hot person, but still. War Thunder and Armored Warfare. It's a game. War Thunder is a game intentionally designed to be as frustrating as possible. Let's piss off France more. New fighter prototypes already. Hooray! Alright, I'm going to war later than I thought I was. Oh, I must have 22 SS building? Did we just finish 2? Alright, alright, so speed's better. Range in the top one's better. Range in Nakajima is definitely better. Firepower on... Ooh. No. Oh, I think I gotta go with the bottom one, even if the range is worse. Yeah. New medium bomber is ready. Oh, hey. We actually have met the submarine requirement, because we had 2 already building. Okay, come on, France. Get pissed off already. World economy has recovered, finally. Cool. Dive bomber is done. Germany's building that. Oh, hey. New, improved version of that dive bomber. Or, dive bomber? Medium bomber. Brain. Speak properly. Alright, so we did get a new dive bomber. We did get a new torpedo bomber. Honestly, right now our flying boat's the oldest. So, for the flying boat, we want probably speed and range. Come on, France and Germany. I'm, like, prepared for war now. And I was getting some aircraft ready over here, but I don't think I'm going to need it if Britain's not pissed off. No thanks. 19-inch gun. 19-inch guns are inferior in this game to 17-inch guns. And annoy the French, just remind them about Agincourt. Oh my fucking god. Of all the ways that they could have declared war, blowing up one of my best battleships is stupid. And I tried to blow up a French battleship earlier in a different war, and it didn't succeed. The AI cheats. At least that's what it's felt like this game. It's like every single thing has gone wrong. Okay. This campaign has been rigged. Like 100%, 120% rigged. To just suddenly lose my 3rd best battleship like that. I mean, look at how many. That's 16. I've lost 16 to them so far. Alright, so unfortunately we are having severe monetary issues due to us now fighting a war. So, hello there. Trade protection on all of you guys. Oh dear God, why? This has spontaneously crashed our economy. Okay, that gives us a little more time. That does give us... Hold on, why did I name them both to Otago? I'm a moron. Hold on. There we go. I just realized that. Like Space Empires 515. Oh yeah, your new dreadnought just mutinied above your home planet. Alright, so... Activate Kaga. Kaga and Akagi are active. I'm going to keep the Unryus in the reserve fleet for now. So we're going to move... I think the Soryus, as well as Kaga and Akagi, need to move down into Southeast Asia. Getting us 4 carriers in that region. Honestly, Hiryu will probably remain reserved. Taiho will remain active. And the Shokakus will also move down to Southeast Asia. Giving us 6 carriers in that region. So now we gotta start activating more of our ships. Like the first 5 letters of my name spell Christ. Why isn't RNGesus on my side? Yep. Alright, so... Oh god, we gotta also get to the South Pacific as well. Because France is technically there. Although we don't quite have the reach to raid their... or invade their colony. So I'm gonna try for an invasion at Tonkin. And that's really gonna hurt the budget. Okay, I'm gonna keep Fuso in the reserve fleet. I'm gonna keep 2 of the Namuro class battleships in the reserve fleet for now, because we just cannot afford this. And I'll probably keep Alba and Kinugasa in the reserve fleet. Because again, we cannot afford this. Yeah. So, the Asahis are going to move down to Southeast Asia. I think Shinano is going to go alone into the South Pacific. I'm going to move the Issei's into Southeast Asia as well, for the moment. And actually, you know what? The Namuros are probably going to move down there too. Or at least Yamato and Musashi, the second pair of the Namuros. Namuro and Nishikari will remain up north for the moment. Alright, cruiser-wise, Kuma's... Honestly, this whole group here should probably just move into Southeast Asia. Actually, you know what? I should probably keep... I should probably keep Hiryu active in Northeast Asia just to make sure that nothing happens there. So that we have 1 fleet carrier active. So right now I'm holding I guess I'm holding Unryu, Amagi, and Haruna, as well as the CVLs in reserve. Or not Haruna, Kurama. So all these guys are moving to Southeast Asia. We need to get some stuff into the South Pacific, and I think good candidates for that are going to be the Nagaras. So the Nagaras are going to be activated. We're going to move down, or 2 of these guys down to the South Pacific. Or not Southeast Asia. Not Southeast Asia. South Pacific again, please. With them, we do need some of our lighter ships. So I'm going to activate all of these guys here. You know, all the lighter vessels. So Nohis are going to be active, Hatsushimas are going to be active, and all of these guys are going to be active. I guess I'll keep 4 of the Nagaras in the reserve fleet for now, as well as the Sendais. The Sendais are somewhat modern. Tsushimas will remain in the reserve fleet even though they do have autoloaders. I think it is a smart idea to probably activate, you know, some of the Tsushimas, though, given that they are armed with missiles now. Actually, you know what? The Tsushimas have SAMs. So they should be put in the active fleet instead of the Tsushimas. Although 2 of the Tsushimas will be put in the active fleet for now, and these 2 will be moved down to the South Pacific. And then you guys move down to Southeast Asia. We'd say kickstart the economy with excessive fan service anime. We got enough weird stuff along those lines anyway. Okay, so that's everything moving to a proper location. Actually, you know what? I am gonna keep Hiryu reserved. I know Hiryu's good in crew quality, so I'll keep her active, as well as Taiho. Air groups. So we are not gonna need any air groups at. So the air groups at Tsingtao are just gonna be disbanded. And honestly, the air groups at Kushiro are also going to be disbanded, because that's a lot of aircraft we do not want to be paying. We need to activate that airfield. We need to activate that airfield. We need to activate that airfield. So Fort Bayard. Fort Bayard needs a lot. Fort Bayard's going to be on the front lines here, and it needs air units. So we're going to start with fighters. I'm going to give it another 3 groups of fighters, and then, honestly, and a bunch more medium bombers as well to try to bomb air bases out. So that's going to be there. I'm going to add 2 more air units of fighters here. Actually, you know what? Add air unit fighter 12. Add air unit fighter 12. Add air unit medium bomber 12. And then add another air unit of medium bombers. Current season, just one sentence made me nope. From anime that plays laid back school days of the horse. What? What is that weird stuff? I don't know. Why am I reading that? Okay. So we got other air bases. Chuck, Pelelu, Panape, and then over here we got Saipan, which does have an airfield. So if we are going to get into some battles around Saipan, we should probably make sure we have a couple units of fighters around here, as well as maybe a 12 group of flying boats. I'll put a 12 group of dive bombers and a 12 group of torpedo bombers here. If you logic left the planet. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, so that should hopefully help out. If we check out here. Yeah, I think that's good. Aircraft types. We are currently working on a flying boat request. So we're going to try to move into Southeast Asia and really hurt them there. Probably do want... Yeah, we do have a battleship active in Northeast Asia. One of the Fuji class will be... Or Fuji will remain active in Northeast Asia, giving us some protection. Alright, the Mogamis and the Mikumas should probably move down to Southeast Asia here real quickly, too. Other than that, we do need more of these guys moving. So, the Nanohis are going to move down into the South Pacific. Actually, no, you guys are going to move down to Southeast Asia. Hatsushimos. Let's see. So South Pacific, we do have 4 of those cruisers moving. I probably want to get something else here. So maybe the Murakumos will move down to the South Pacific. And honestly, they're probably going to be escorted by the Akatsukis as well. Ugiris. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll leave Udachi and Hatsuyuki in Northeast Asia to protect that region. Actually, you know what? I'll leave the Suzukazis there as well. So you guys move down to Southeast Asia as escorts. So the Yugiris and the Hatsushimos will move down. That leaves us 4 in Northeast Asia. That's what? 6 in the South Pacific, and then the rest in Southeast Asia. I think that'll be good. Okay. We can only sustain this for 2 more turns. Thankfully, Yubari will complete in 2 more turns. But we really need to get Takao out. Okay. Small engagement here. Gotta decline it. Aye, new torpedo bomber as a private venture. Max speed's way better. Range is way better. Holy crap! We lost a Corvette due to a sub. And now we're at war with Germany. Okay, we can sustain this for another turn. And yep, now our ships are all moving into the proper location. Alright, we could also invade Bougainville if we wanted to, because Germany. But yeah, we need to focus on Southeast Asia right now. Oh, Yubari got delayed. Halt to cow. Yes, a battleship engagement invasion battle. So I want to suppress enemy airfields. Okay, so first of all, this is bad. This is really bad. You need to move back and fast. We are immediately going to need cap over you. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get land-based cap, so I want your cap to go up to heavy. Your guys' cap should immediately go up to heavy. Your guys' cap should immediately go up to heavy. Okay. So in terms of strike forces, how soon is it going to be nighttime? It's morning. Ready those strikes? Actually, hold on. Heavy. Heavy. Ready those strikes? Go back up to you. Switch you to heavy. Switch you to heavy. Ready up the strikes again. And then you. Do this. Heavy and heavy. And ready. Okay, so that is all of our carriers down here. How did it deploy the cruisers? Okay, you guys are an independent. Be a core group instead. I would argue... So it's got the Tenryu class as well as... So it's got the two Tenryu class leading a Nohi, which is a little incompetent of a deployment. It looks like we have the... Yeah, the Mikazuki class here with its SAM. And then over here, looks like we have Tsushima class cruisers protecting these guys. Yeah. And then we have the invasion transports back there. And then over here we got Kumano. So we didn't get a lot of our light cruisers, unfortunately. Yeah, catapult launch search planes. I want you guys to find them. Honestly, you guys are going to go from a scout role to a support role now. Okay, strikes are ready. We've been spotted by enemy aircraft, and we gotta get a report here soon. There's a report. Okay, cool. Coordinated strike. We need to launch now, because they are gonna launch on us. Actually, you know what? Target. No. Target. CL report. Okay, cool. So your priority target's gonna be BBs. And then... Okay. Their priority target is BBs. I want maximum cap over these divisions. And I want you to just sprint back. Okay, what are you guys doing? You're a support group on them. No, form as a core. Form as a core. On Akagi. Yeah, invasion transport should be under heavy cap. And honestly, I'm going to request land-based cap over you. Okay, so we got heavy cruisers up there. Go to squad max. We have something spotted. Don't know what it is. It is... We are reporting it as a light cruiser. Some of our auto-loading 8-inch cruisers are hitting it, yes. Oh, that was a 17-inch shell hit on it. Okay, we have fire from what is being reported as a heavy cruiser up ahead. Unfortunately, these things are at the extreme end of our range. Good news is, we are now attacking them with aircraft. Bad news is, land-based aircraft are probably going to start attacking us here soon. Okay, Shikishima actually took a hit there. CA bomb hit. Cool. I want to see what hit Shikishima. We're reporting it as a 10-inch hit. This is probably a heavy cruiser then. Gotta say, you seem to have a lot of options in the game, be they orders or what you can do with ship builds. Oh yeah, you do. CA bomb hit on whatever that thing is up there. Okay, we were reporting bomb hits on a light cruiser over there. Reporting bomb hit on a heavy cruiser. And there's also a lot of different challenge modes you can do. Like this challenge mode is I can't build any destroyers, which is hell. Which is absolute hell as Japan. Okay, so that is a enemy heavy cruiser, which is currently sinking because it's displaying its maximum speed as 3 knots when you click on the little indent here. So, good news is we have sunk an enemy heavy cruiser. Switch fire. Okay, we have enemy destroyers over here. Six heavy guns. Which ship is that? It won't let us target it. Damn it. So, whatever that additional CA division is, target it instead. Shikishima, please get your rudder fixed. You guys, head fast in a different direction. Okay, Shikishima is just going to continue circling for now. So we're going to have to lead with Asahi then. So that is a Sia the Desai class. It has 9 10-inch guns. And is now being shot. Something like about Space Empires 4 or 5. As long as tech is unlocked, you can build ships however you like. Yep. It's kinda true in this game, but not completely true in that regard. You get a lot of freedom with building your ships, but very much... Well, I mean, it is specifically true, but there are some limitations as to specifically how you can build them based on your dock size. So you do have that... you do have a bit of a size limitation, as well as you also have some gun placement limitations in the early game to kind of force you into pre-dreadnoughts. Good news is, I think both heavy cruisers are sunk. No, we just stopped that one's engine. And now we have enemy aircraft approaching our division. Please. Missiles work. Friendly F Kita shoots down a lot of... Those are a lot of planes being shot down. We're shooting down a lot of planes. I think we shot them all down. They just came at us and they died. That's good. Okay, the Desai class. Some of her guns are now disabled. She can still move, or it's still saying 32 knots. So they do kind of simulate keel depth versus dock size. Nice, yeah. Oh, we have a lot more planes approaching. Oh god, the Desai class is taking a lot more hits. We're torpedo bombing something. We're not scoring hits. Hey, there's my cruiser division. Come on now. CA bomb hits on which one? That is on the Chanzi. But the Desai class is now being struck with more 17-inch shells. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna turn you guys in this way. Oh, hey, there's a destroyer, which is just sitting there. Unidentified ship bomb hit. Oh, cool. CL bomb hit on the Illinois. 3 bomb hits on a light cruiser? Oh, good job. Okay, so that Desai class is now dead. Yeah, it just took 2 torpedo hits and exploded. Good news. Good to know. It's dead now. So let's see. Is the Illinois class dead? It is not dead somehow. So shoot the Illinois. CA bomb hits. Probably the Chanzi. Oh, we do have these annoying destroyers here, unfortunately. Although, you know, if there's any ship to deal with them, 24 6-inch dual-purpose auto-loading gun armed Asahi class is probably the best bet. Alright, this one's being shot up a lot. A crew's decimated by strafing. CL bomb hit. Oh, we still had another bomb hit on that little destroyer there. Actually, you know what? Turn back up this way. CA bomb hit. It's probably on the Chanzi. The very, very clearly sinking enemy cruiser. Okay, so our friendly fighters are shooting down medium bombers, which are coming at us. Okay, there is no way this destroyer is still up. Yeah. Okay, so we have sunk 2 heavy cruisers and a destroyer so far. We have 1 light cruiser, which is very clearly not in good condition. Shikishima, actually, you change your target to the Illinois, if possible. Although we do have a couple of really annoying destroyers over here. In which are... They're going to make the charge up this way difficult because of the position they're in. Because they're going to try to torpedo us. And we need to take these 2 out. And that is prohibiting our ability to get at the Illinois class. How crippled is this guy? That one looks pretty crippled. Not gonna lie. Asahi took a 5-inch belt extended penetration, yeah, due to how we designed these things. Oh, we have enemy torpedo bombers closing in. Okay, so Kumano is supposed to go kind of north. You guys are gonna escort the Actually, yeah, I might have the carriers escort the transports in. Screw it. Okay, turn again, because that Fanion is going to try to shoot you. Enemy aircraft are approaching one of our cruiser divisions. So, this guy's dead, right? Yeah, he's dead. Oh, Medium Sam. Okay, so our Medium Sam shot something down over here. Or damaged 2 aircraft, but it looks like those were dive bombers. Our anti-air did a lot of work. I'm not entirely sure if they got through or not. But we also detonated that Fanion class with a 6-inch shell. So, yeah, F. F for the French here. I mean, no wonder France starts with the letter F. The Illinois class is now being shot up, and these 2 remaining destroyers are like, we need to get out of here. Is it dead? It's dead. Target the destroyer division. Alright. Commando, hang out with the, hang out with that fleet for now. Yeah, that's your target. Sink that destroyer. You're trying to rescue survivors. And I'm just gonna be like, no. Actually, no. Shikishima, you need to kind of regroup with our actual battleship division here. Because you do have planes approaching you. And they missed. Go ahead, controlled. Foreman's Core on Asahi. Is it dead? Not quite yet. So, good news is that I think the entire French division which came after us is now, other than one destroyer, it's sinking. Yep, that guy's sinking. So continue in this direction for a while. Hold fire, actually. Don't waste fire on dead ships. Alright, so you guys need to turn back up this way. You need to turn back up this way, too. So our friendly fighters are shooting down planes still. Okay, we have aircraft approaching the carriers. They don't have aircraft approaching the carriers? Oh, this is amazing. So this is an interesting strategy called the cap trap, where what you wind up doing is you load up your carriers with fighters, and then just have your fighters shoot everything down. You have a little bit of a strike force, but you don't overload your carriers with strike force. And that is exactly what we have done here. Oh, hey, look, unidentified ship. There we go. Now you have permission to open fire on that ship now. That's the remaining destroyer. It's like, nope. They're running into Haiphong. Okay, so we do have enemy planes coming for us at this point. Okay, so Kumano is at this point escorting the carrier division, and now the carriers are moving into the location of the transport division. Friendly Kita shoots down stuff. Okay, so this one little destroyer here is just like kind of scouting us and then like running away. So they're trying to send planes at us, and their planes are just getting shot down. So, yeah, that's excellent news. Some of the cap is now returning, though. Oh my god. Honestly, I'm going to move my battleships back to the transports at this point. So the carriers are having to move this way because they're having to cycle their cap. I think they're going to put them on heavy now. I'm going to put you guys on heavy as well, just to kind of make sure. Yeah, sure. Catapult launch. Okay, so they have attacked us with fighters trying to glide bomb us, and it looks like our medium SAMs have shot down 2 aircraft and damaged 1. And they missed. Which just goes to show how desperate the enemy has to be getting at this point. If, you know, they're sending out groups of 5 fighters to bomb our ships. Alright, so hopefully our carrier division should be able to turn around now. So we got, what, Katsuragi, Soryu, Akagi Kaga, Zuikaku, and Shokaku here. Yes to all. Rescue the survivors. Be nice. Okay, they have aircraft approaching our carrier division. they no longer have aircraft approaching our carrier division. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is incredible. You know, you have like all of these layered defenses from the air. This is the exact strategy you use to win the game. Okay, so we are rescuing survivors from the multitude of sunk French ships. In which, yeah, that was gonna happen, you know. You're not just gonna face down, you know, battleships with heavy cruisers and survive. I mean, we took some 5-inch shell hits, but other than that, we're pretty okay. On her, Hyuga is undamaged. Shikishima took a couple medium hits. One 10-inch to the rudder, but one other 10-inch just kind of bounced off the belt. Alright. So our transports are getting much closer to the destination now, which is good news. And our cap is being cycled out. Chitose has been spotted. So what is Chitose? Oh yeah, she's a Tsushima class. I think we did actually have a battle of Tsushima in this campaign, so it is fine that we named one at. Well, actually, it also makes sense because Japan kind of controls that area too. Oh, hey, look, there are... Oh, Tsushima has spotted a submarine. Interesting. Swerve! Unfortunately, we can't do anything about submarines. Because... we don't have destroyers. And I am not allowing myself to build destroyers at all. Alright, so yep, now the whole French force is being rescued. And the transports are almost to their destination. We have successfully reached the objective with 4 transports. I kind of want to remain here, but to make sure that they do not get killed. But I also kind of want to go because they're going to be killed, or because of that sub. There's certainly some danger with that sub. Alright, Commando, just kind of circle around here. How soon until nighttime? I'll hang around until nighttime. Protect the transports until night, and then just sail away in the night. And just hope that that sub doesn't do anything. And now we're just sitting here in a big blob with all of this cap above us. Actually, you know what? I could go to fastest available. Okay, come on. Okay, so they are trying to torpedo bomb us here. Oh, they sank a transport. Right? Probably sank a transport. I mean, it doesn't really matter what they do to the transports at this point, though, since they did get their troops ashore. And our fighters just shot down all those enemies. Did they sink a transport? Yeah, they sank a transport. Alright, let's start pulling out. Okay, you guys start sailing this way. Commando, go 24 knots. Try to catch up with our main force here. Okay. So yeah, that mission happened. So they might be able to get more strikes in on the transports. No, they're not going to. Go to cruise speed, everyone. It's now nighttime. So... yeah. Guess that works. It's still a shame that we've lost Yamashiro. I mean... the battleship we've lost is probably worth more than all the French ships we just sank there. Because the French decided to blow it up. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like... I feel like I'm often surrounded by incompetency in my campaigns. It's like this one and the China campaign especially have just been... every single thing which could go wrong has. Especially this one. Especially when those 3 ships blew up within 40 minutes of the start of a battle. 3 capital ships, you know, when I'm saying 3 ships, I'm talking about 2 battleships and a battlecruiser. Okay, come on. Those like World of Warships donkey teams. Yeah, fine. Launch the stupid float planes. We're almost at Fort Bayard, so yeah. Yep, time elapsed. Asahi is torpedoed by an enemy submarine while escaping. It doesn't do much. She has torp protection 4. So yeah. Those are some very biased results. We're just saving that result. I mean, okay, admittedly, if we look at the original points, we had 2 million, they had 200,000. So we had 10 times the original points. But yeah, Glor. So it took a... yeah, it took a bomb hit from a plane from Zuikaku, then it took a dud bomb hit, unfortunately. It was already on heavy flooding, its engines were disabled, and then 17-inch shell hits did not do it well. Oh yeah, torpedo magazine hit, ship blows up, and then it took another torpedo, a dud torpedo hit, and then a near miss and 2 direct bomb hits at the same time. But it was already sinking at that point, I assume. Correct? When was it sinking? Because it started getting hit by the 17-inch shell hits here. Was it not sinking yet? Oh my god, I don't see a ship sinking mark. It wasn't sinking by the time it exploded. It was somehow still up until it exploded, despite, you know, all of this, all the 17-inch shell hits it was struck by. But yeah, no, it died. It just died. You know, 4-inch belt, 5.5-inch turrets wasn't going to hold up. The CA Duplay took a bomb hit. So it took a bomb hit, it took 2 torpedo hits from, torpedo bombers from Zuikaku. Zuikaku did a good job. Zuikaku was, definitely destroying them there. And then it takes a... that's a near miss. It's already sinking at this point. It's already sinking by the time it's getting shot up. And it got shot up a lot. So Asahi took... the 5-inch hits, you can see all of her fire here. And then the torpedo from SS Foucault. Wait, hold up. Did Asahi torpedo a sinking destroyer? Oh, that one's going to be interesting. So, the Vossier, so this was the light cruiser, so it takes a 10-inch hit. Or it takes an 8-inch hit and then a 10-inch hit. One from Mikuma, one from Suzuya. Then it takes a 1,400-pounder to the engine room, and then it starts getting shot up. And it's sinking, because light cruisers don't stand 17-inch shell hits very well. And now here's all the shell hits where it is sinking. We shot it up way too much, because we were trying to target destroyers, but the ships are like, oh no, we're just going to continue shooting up this very, very clearly dead ship, and then it takes a torpedo from Tetsuda. And then another torpedo from Tenryu. So, Trumblon. Takes 4-inch hit, 6-inch hit, 5-inch hit, 17-inch engine room hit. Ouch. Oh, this destroyer took a direct hit 2 direct hits from 17-inch shells at 142. And then, you know, a bunch of 5 and 6-inch hits. It was still up at this point, though, because then it exploded due to a 6-inch magazine hit. Francesca? So it takes a 6-inch hit, then near miss from a damaging near miss from a bomb, 6-inch engine room hit, disabling the engines, then another bomb near miss after a couple more hits. So it launches torpedoes at us. We dodge them. It gets its machinery repaired. It launches more torpedoes. 17-inch critical hit, saltwater interspeed tanks. Yep, there it was. Then 4-inch hits, 17-inch near miss, 4-inch engine room hit, so more machinery damage, 6-inch, and then 17-inch hit room hit belt. So then it's sinking, and it's just taking all the little bits of fire. So this destroyer, I know we hit one of the destroyers with a torpedo, so it takes an engine room. Oh god, this destroyer took a 1,400-pounder straight to the engine room. Ouch. And 6-inch and 5-inch hits, machinery repaired. Lots of damage, or a bit more damage, and then it's sinking, and then we just pummel it. And I do like to do these damage reports for just for keeping track of kind of what all happened during a battle, so I can actually look back on this if I want to. Ooh, god, this one also took a 17-inch engine room hit. So our battleships, when aimed at these destroyers, just fired their 17-inch guns and were sometimes able to score a hit on the engine room, usually, and just knock it out. Because a 17-inch shell is not going to do nice things to a destroyer's engine room. And then it's taking, you know, lots of hits. It launches torpedoes at 10 Ryu class, and then, yeah, it's... Oh, it takes 2 17-inch shell hits at 213 and sinks. So then it's sinking. So it takes a torpedo from 10 Ryu. So I don't think the torpedo that our battleship launched hit anything. So 2 medium hits on you were the 10-inch, 2 10-inch hits, and yeah, the rest of that was just you firing. TR Transport 8, so it took the single torpedo from the airbase, and then the last 2 things with light damage. Kisaragi, which is not a very strongly armored ship, took a couple 6-inch shells from Lavoisier. And DD Mouse got into port after taking 2 medium hits from, looks like the 6-inch shells from Asahi, which are auto-loading 6-inch shells. So, yeah. Good battle. Plane losses. I mean, I want to see how many we killed using fighters. Okay, so the air-to-air losses for fighters were 2. Their air-to-air losses for torpedo bombers were 4. Their air-to-air losses for dive bombers were 25. And their air-to-air losses for medium bombers were 46. And we also shot down 16 patrol planes. We killed 93 aircraft using our own aircraft. We killed 6 via anti-aircraft fire and 7 were lost operational losses. We just wrecked them with our aircraft. So we took mostly operational losses to our fighters and torpedo bombers. We did take 6 air-to-air losses, 4 to fighters, 2 to float plane scouts, and then we lost 4 to anti-aircraft fire. Yeah, I'm gonna say we won that one. That strategy completely and utterly worked, and guess what? Haiphong is invaded. We gain 2 prestige points. We get a lot of victory points there. And yeah, our troops landed Tonkin. We got 10 bomb hits. Holding up our advance. And honestly, no, we're going to get Yubari done this next turn, but I need to desperately get to Cow done. But, okay, so France is sending a very large force in to the region. We are going to have to prepare for that. Good news, we're not even at our maximum base capacity in Southeast Asia. Yeah, and Tonkin just got invaded. Yeah. Yes, F for them. Anyway, I'm probably going to be finishing up the live stream here. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I've been going for 3 hours, and I know this is early in the morning, but I stayed up all night, so I am tired. I'm really tired at this point. Admittedly, I don't know when it's gonna go up on YouTube, so all you folk, no, it might not go up early for you, or I might make it go up at 9 a.m. Yeah, you're welcome, Sneaky. I occasionally like to do these, although, I mean, it's kind of slowed down due to the War Thunder. But yeah, with that, I guess I am going to be headed off here. We are now at war with Germany and France, and here's hoping that it actually lasts long enough for us to invade shit. So, then at the stream, if you want to join my Discord or YouTube, or if you want to join my Discord or go to my YouTube or view my Twitter, I don't post anything good on Twitter anyway, so that's not important. But, you know, I upload all these to YouTube afterwards, and, you know, joining Discord, you can get notifications for the live streams. And those are both down below in the Twitch link stuff. And if you're on YouTube, then you can go to my... or you can actually find links to my Twitch, Discord, and Twitter. And obviously I live stream all these on Twitch and Discord and Twitter. Same thing. So yeah, I guess with that, I don't really have much else to say. Bye!